Rook. Good. We have discovered what Ivenchi is planning for Treviso. When you fought the comic master in the garrison, you mentioned a note you found that said some comic had gone missing.
We have discovered who stole it.
Ivenchi.
The governor intends to release it all around the city to pacify violent seditionists.
They called us reckless and now... Now Ivenchi will ruin the minds of thousands in this city to have their peace and order.
Who is Ivenchi planning to poison with the comic? Aside from the crows.
People who have spoken up too loudly against the Antam.
Anyone too friendly with the crows. I doubt Ivenchi is familiar with poisons. I guarantee the comic will spread to the rest of the city as well.
Destroying your own people's minds. How could Ivenchi do this?
By telling themselves there is nothing else to be done.
After the dragon attack, and then the blight... The governor is a coward who has given up on Treviso.
Better to poison the last of it themselves than let anyone else solve these things.
It is finally time to strike. Go to the garrison and prevent Ivenchi from releasing the comic.
Once you are there, Thea and I will lead the crows against the rest of Ivenchi's forces in the city.
Understood.
There is something else. Jacobus stormed off earlier. He did not look well.
Look out for him, would you?
Of course. We'll head to the garrison.
Do you think Ivenchi would target the field hospital?
I would not put anything past them now.
There's the garrison.
Lucanus.
Onto the garrison and the governor.
You were saying?
Lucanus, have you ever had a dream where you forgot you had a job to do?
And you only remember it at the last moment? All the time?
And then you go to do the job, and your teeth fall out.
For me, it's always, and then I left my boots in Treviso somehow.
Courtyard looks empty.
Thought we'd see Antam. Where are the guards?
Ivenchi must be further in. We clear the garrison this time. Ivenchi's got to know there's no way out for a traitor.
Look! Intruders! Calm down! We can escape across the roof!
The garrison has fallen to Darkspawn!
That explains why Ivenchi's Antam were trying to run. Ivenchi's blighted.
Ivenchi! Traitor!
Wait! Jacobus? Okay. Now for Avenchi.
I will see you dead if it's the last thing I do!
I don't like this. Air seems wrong.
Wait, are these Antom real?
I see the comic is working! Behind you!
Making the rest of us look bad, Brooke. Your turn. Had to hurt.
Well executed! Fight all you want! It won't end any differently!
Say this.
Why don't you die? Why don't you give up?
Ready to go again. Ranged attackers.
Snipers! If that damned dark spawn at the gates hadn't scratched me, blighted me, if you hadn't interfered,
It wouldn't have made a difference.
neither will my death. My comic could have helped stabilize the city. But it's still blighted, dying. Nothing can save Treviso now.
We just stopped the governor from poisoning people. That's a start.
I did it to protect the city.
You did it because you wanted it for yourself. You say you did all this for Treviso, Avenchi. To protect it. But you never really believed in it.
What would you know about the city I love?
if Rook hadn't stopped the governor in time.
None of that. It is time to celebrate a victory.
Rook, I should have wine. We should toast you.
Evenchi is dead. The comic is being disposed of. All thanks to you.
The garrison's a mess.
Details.
The Untom remain, though with Evenchi gone, I think we will be able to persuade them to move on in the coming months.
People are being moved to safer areas outside the Blight. Crows have time now to patrol for Darkspawn.
It will take years, but we can plan for Treviso's future now that it has one.
Treviso would have fallen long ago if it really didn't have a chance.
I'm not so sure. A city is only as healthy as those who care for it.
You never gave up, Rook. We will repay that in full. But life is so dull if all we talk about are responsibilities. It is time to celebrate.
For our victory.
For Treviso's freedom.
For the crows.
What an excellent idea. Viago, dear, you mentioned something about getting us drinks?
I think we've done what we can for Treviso. We've shown everyone you can stand against the Antam and the Blight.